Hey, this is Captain Brett here with the Marine Minute. We're here at Ship's Deck, Baltimore, also Ships Ahoy Inc., and we're talking to the owner and founder, Michelle Lesser. Michelle, thanks for letting us come and talk to you today and find out all about your business.
Absolutely.
Tell us, how did you get started?
So I got started back in 2007, just starting a mobile marine service where we detail, wash, maintain, manage boats in the inner harbor. We also do a lot of interior flooring, and we started doing exterior flooring as well.
Okay, and you know, you did a Ship's Deck for me, which I love. What's the difference between Ship's Deck and the other folks out there, your competitors, if you will?
Okay, so a couple of things that are different is we use an all 100% PE foam. Which is a little bit denser. It's totally 100% UV and stain resistant. So it's great for the fishermen out there with the fish blood. Little bit of difference, our major difference is our turnaround time. Because we're local right here in Baltimore area, we can come directly to your boat, template it with a Protum Pro Liner, get it back to the shop. We do all the editing here and all the customizing here, and we also cut everything in-house. So nothing gets shipped out. We control the project from start to finish.
Okay, and we're going to be able to see that process today a little bit, right?
Yep.
That's fantastic. So Michelle, tell us about how do we take the design from when you go out to a boat and do your template and your measuring and cutting and pasting, however you do it, what happens next? Show us that process.
Okay, so what we do is if we go to the boat, we generally take the Protum with us. In this case, we had an outside person that brought us the template that we helped them with. So they have the 38-foot center console boat here on the floor with the template material. So once it's here in the shop, then we just simply do what we would have done on the boat. And what we do is we have a Protum Pro Liner that does all of our digitizing. So we just take that and we'll literally take this paper template and put it into a digital template, which then we can transfer to the VCarve program.
Okay, can you show us how that works?
Absolutely. We totally digitized that whole table.
Wow.
And then what we'll do is bring that into VCarve and clean it up.
Michelle, can you briefly describe what we're watching happening here?
So yeah, right now what this machine's doing is the first pass is called an end mill pass. That's where you use the straight blade to go ahead and cut out all your lines or your diamonds or your fish scale or whatever design you choose. So it will run in both directions, which is called a conventional and a climb. So right now it's doing a climb mode, then it'll come back and do a conventional, which is then clean it up. And then after that, it will do the bevel bit. So there's basically 3 different bit changes in any material that you're cutting out. You have your end mill that does your lines, you have a bevel bit that does the bevel, and then you have a cutting bit. So right now it's the beginning of it. Later on in the video you'll see where this is all cleaned up and looks really pretty at the end.
And are these bits, do they change themselves? Or do you have to do it?
There's an automatic bit changer in the back of the machine that the machine knows when you set the tool path what bit to choose on what path it's taken. Just to give you an example, the boat that we're running today, we literally just templated that yesterday. We're running it for the gentleman today, and we're going to be installing it this evening or first thing tomorrow morning because he's taking off for Florida. So in this case, he's got a 48-hour turnaround time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know you're a boat owner yourself. You told me about the boat that you have, and you're super active out there on the water. Tell me what you see, just for our viewing audience. Boating safety, big topic, hot button for me as a captain. What do you see going on out there on the water as a experienced boater yourself?
Well, since COVID hit and boat sales have been through the roof and everybody's out wanting to do something different because they can't travel, what I'm finding is all these new boat owners out there really aren't educated in the rules of the road, what they should be doing, what safety equipment they should have on the boat. So I think maybe they need to take a little bit more proactive step and educate themselves on certain things, or reach out to licensed captains who can literally help them out. I mean, face it, they're driving something that has no brakes, and a lot of times they're out there drinking and doing some reckless behavior that's putting a lot of people at risk, not just themselves.
Okay, fantastic. So Michelle, tell me about Ships Ahoy Incorporated. How is that different from Ship's Deck?
Okay, so Ships Ahoy, what we do there is mainly all of our boat detailing, our boat management, weekly and bi-weekly washes or one-time washes. We also do interior flooring, shrink wrapping, winterization, and we also do captain services.
So when you talk about captain services, tell me about that.
So if we have a client that needs a haul out on their boat, and it's during the week and they live in Pennsylvania and the boat's down here in Baltimore, we will take their boat over to any location that they pick, have the boat hauled out, bottom clean, and bring the boat safely back to their slip.
Okay. And you mentioned flooring. So what kind of flooring are you doing? Are you doing hardwood, carpet, all the above?
All the above. We'll do whatever a customer requests. We'll do carpet. We really love a product called Amtico. It's a marine grade vinyl made to look like, it could look just like teak or it can look like teak and holly.
Okay. And did Ships Ahoy start at the same time as Ship's Deck or the other way around?
No, Ships Ahoy started first. So how we got into Ship's Deck was, while we were just Ships Ahoy, we would come out and do a template on your boat, send it out to what now is our competition. With our short boating season that we have, we might come out and do a template in May and maybe not get the product back till August. So at that point, I saw that there was definitely a need in the Mid-Atlantic to have a local foam flooring company here because it's such a high demand product. And I wanted to really have a nice turnaround time for our customers to be able to enjoy it the whole boating season. Because it's a short boating season, typically. So to wait 3 and 4 months to get your flooring was pretty unacceptable.
So I just want to reiterate again, because you did a deck helm pad for me, and that turnaround time was pretty fast. So if someone has you come up to their boat, you do a measurement, what is that approximate turnaround time again?
Typically, if we have the product in stock, you're about a week to a week and a half turnaround time. Sometimes it can take a couple weeks, although our suppliers that supply the foam, we're really tight with them and they can get us our product within 2 to 3 business days.
That's fantastic. Michelle, how do people find you?
So you can find us online at shipsahoyinc.com or at shipsdeck.com. Or you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, fantastic. And are there pictures and things to see there of previous jobs so people can get some ideas?
Absolutely. The best place is Facebook. We are pretty up to date with that on a daily basis. So you'll be able to see all of our current projects that we are doing right now.
Great.